Hello. In this video, I will be showing you the way string manipulation is done in C#. In Visual Basic, there are three different ways to do string manipulation, those being left, right, and mid. Left and right are similar, with both only taking two arguments, the first being the string, and the second being the amount of characters you want the new string to be. Left begins at the leftmost part of the string and outputs the amount of characters listed, and right begins at the right end of the string and outputs the amount of characters listed from the end. This is still from left to right, so right comp sci comma 3. Let me comment this so it doesn't change it. So right comp sci 3 outputs psi. Well, it would just be psi without the quotes, but yeah. That would output psi. Mid is different in that it takes three arguments, with two of them being the string and the amount of characters you want the new string to be. However, the middle parameter is what character you want to start at. The first letter in the string has an index of 1 in a mid function. C#, on the other hand, only has one method of string manipulation, being the substring method. VB also has a substring method, but these two methods differ. In VB, the substring method is nearly the exact same as the mid function. However, it begins at an index of 0 as opposed to 1. In C#, substring only takes two arguments instead of the three in VB, being the starting position and the amount of characters you want to keep. It begins at index 0, much like in VB. So let's just practice. String text equals, let's say, computer science. Put a space in there, semicolon. So to do the substring method, it would be text dot substring. The text dot substring essentially just replaces the, if you would program this in VB, it would be substring text as opposed to text dot substring. Because it requires the string when you're actually calling the substring function, you don't need to input it again. So substring, and then let's start at the U. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4, comma, and let's output just 5 characters. So it would be console.write text substring. Forgot I had to capitalize it. My bad. So this should output, we're starting at the U, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that space is a character. So when we run it, it should output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should output uter space. So let's run it. Yep, uter. And then you can't tell if the space is there. Let's go. Let's say it starts at character 8, which would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would begin at the space. And let's just output the entire word science. So we do text dot length -1. Because remember, substring starts at index 0, whereas length starts at, this C would be index 1. So you would need to do length -1 for it to output the full thing. And let's make sure that's this should work. Hello? I don't know, let's say 4. Oh, it would be text dot length. And then it's not -1 because we don't want to output the whole string. My fault. We don't want to output the whole string. We just want to output science. So it would be -8. So yeah. So let's just start at index 0 and do text.length. This should crash, assuming I know my length correctly. Okay, it doesn't crash. Oh, because it's still the same amount of characters. Yeah, that's my fault. It's still the same amount of characters. So, what I told you earlier about length just needing to be -1 because it starts at index 0, it doesn't matter. Length just increments by 1 every time. So, and length can obviously be 0 if there's this. This should just output nothing. Yeah. If it does this, it should output a space, but you know, can't see the space. So yeah, the length does not start at 1. I was just lying. My fault. I apologize. So if you want to output the full string, it would be 0 text.length. To output anything else, you would change this number to, let's say, I don't know, 4. Then you would do text.length -4 to output the rest of the string, but obviously this isn't, just put some characters there. This is not, this will just output the rest of the string. So it would go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would output this A on. And because I just typed random stuff, I'm not going to test that. Well, I guess I can, and we can compare. Yeah, it does. It just outputs that A and beyond. But if you want to output less than the full amount, you would do the -4 to account for being 4 off at the beginning. Then you would do, let's say we want to take, let's go to this J. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 6 less characters than what we have now, which would mean -10. And that should go to, I think I said that J. Yeah, it goes to that J. This is what it outputs. And that's the entirety of string manipulation in C#. Thank you guys for watching. I apologize for the misunderstanding earlier. I am still learning the language as well. Have a great day and goodbye.